Alright, so what is up everyone? So welcome back to another video. For this video, I'm going to show you 4 units that you need to get or you should get once you've entered World 2 on Anime Last 10. These 4 units are gonna be rated in terms of viability, their cost, and how easy they are to get for new player that are just arriving into World 2. So the unit that I'm gonna be showcasing and telling you guys to get, the first one is gonna be Benimaru, the second is Gremmy, the third is Giorno, and then the fourth is gonna be Jiren. Now I'm gonna put a fifth unit here because why not? But with this one, he is one of still one of the best starting unit in the entire game, but he is probably the hardest unit to get out of all of these 5 units. So yeah, let's just jump right into an infinite mode and I'll show you guys on why they are so good. Alright, so we just spawn in the infinite mode and let me show you why I recommend all these 5 units for you guys to get. So for this first unit that I'm gonna recommend you guys to get, which is uh, he is Benimaru. Benimaru is a heal unit, so he is the only heal unit here, but he is also the easiest character to get. You can get Benimaru from Banner 3 in World 2. He is an ultimate, so yeah. For Benimaru, he will cost 600 to place down, which means that you can immediately place him down basically. And I'm gonna show you why he is one of the best, even though he doesn't even have any evolution. That's one of the best thing. So you just summon him from the banner, and you can immediately use him. So yeah, that's why he's one of the best. This is his starting stat with uh, glitch and a crit skill tree, 600,000 damage, 50 range, 5-second SPA, with a really good circle AoE that is decently big, and his attack effect will be burn. Uh, but later on, after multiple upgrade, he will change his attack effect to Black Flame. Let's get our money up a little bit so that I can show you his max stat. Let's just keep upgrading him. Second attack called Meteor Shower, and then next attack is called King of Destruction, and this is where he get his Black Flame. And then let's just keep upgrading him. On last upgrade, he will cost 150,000, but his max stat will be 37 million in damage, 83 range, 5-second SPA with a crit and range skill tree. So yeah, for Benimaru, I recommend get him if you literally don't have any other unit, because the thing about Benimaru is that his stat is only good for like new player, like new player in World 2. So yeah, if you have Gojo is so much better, even though he costs a lot more to place down. But Benimaru, the thing about Benimaru is that he's only a starting unit. That's it. Once you reach wave 10 plus or the enemy has a lot of HP, he will basically become pretty useless. Because compared to every other unit here, his max stat is trash in my opinion. Even though this is high damage, this is Black Flame, which means that it will took 10 seconds to basically uh, it took 10 seconds for all the damage to basically kick in. Now the second unit, which also be the second easiest unit to get in the entire out of everyone here, is gonna be Gremmy. Now some of you might say, what do you mean Gremmy is easy to get? Well, Gremmy story mode is far below Jiren, so that's why. And yeah, alright guys, to get Gremmy is that Gremmy is a mythic unit from Banner 3 in World 2, and to evolve him you will need 50 Cosmic Essence, 50 Light Essence, and 8 Mythic Shard. And you will also need his evolution item called Quincy Cloak. And for Quincy Cloak, you can get that from crafting it in the crafting area next, right on the summoning area. And then for the recipe for the evolution item is gonna be 90 Reiatsu. And for Reiatsu, you get Reiatsu by basically doing the Soul Society portal that you get from Soul Society Infinite. And yeah, for Gremmy, he will be a light unit. He will cost 650, which is a little bit more than Benimaru, but you can still place him down immediately. He is a hybrid as well. So yeah, the reason I put Gremmy above Benimaru is that uh, Gremmy deal a lot more damage. He has faster SPA, and he's basically have the same range. But his attack effect now that's different. Gremmy has an attack effect that is called random. So basically, every time he attacks, he will apply a random debuff into the enemy. So yeah, that is why he is one of the best. He's also really cheap as well to max out, and he has a nuke when he is maxed out. Now let's keep upgrading him. There you go. New attack, auto detonation, 13 million damage, 3-second SPA, really fast SPA. Strongest meteor, 30 million, 2-second SPA with a really big circle AoE that is so much bigger than Benimaru. Let's be real here. And then lastly, on max upgrade, 43 million damage, 72 range, 2.5 second SPA, and he will have a nuke that will deal 15 billion damage to every unit in his range. He will cost 280,000 to max out compared to Benimaru 300,000 to max out. Now, the third unit that I recommend you to get that is basically really easy as well is Jiren. Alright guys, so for Jiren, to evolve him, first you need Jiren. And to get Jiren, Jiren is a celestial unit from World 2, Banner 3. And to evolve him, you will need 100 Fire Essence, 50 Ki Crystal that you can get from doing what is called the Tournament of Power portal, and you get the portal from the Dragon Haven Infinite mode. And then you will also need his evolve item called Galaxy Type A that you can craft in the summoning area. Jiren is by far one of, if not the best starting unit if you're new to the game, since he is full AoE on playdown immediately. He costs a little bit, not just a little bit, he costs a lot more than Benimaru and Gremmy, but in my opinion, it's worth it since his SPA is really low for a full AoE unit and he also has good range. Now, the thing with Jiren is that he is basically a solo unit because of his passive. His passive made it so that if there is a unit in his range, he will become weaker. So for example, I'm gonna place the Giorno down right here in his range, and you can see that his damage is basically being cut by let's see 40%. So yeah, now that might seem a lot because it is. Turning a 1.2 million into a 700,000 is a lot. So yeah, but he is also the cheapest unit here to max out. And let's keep upgrading him. Full AoE. He's still full AoE until upgrade 3, and then he will turn into a line AoE. He has insane range. His range is so big that I need to sell basically everyone here to see his full power. And there you go. 30 million damage. No, not 30, sorry. 28 million damage with 100, almost 100 range, 2.76 second SPA, and he will deal burn, which is what Benimaru deal early on. He will also have an ability called meditation, which basically make it so that he will stop attack for indefinitely, but he will gain 20% damage boost for every wave that he is in meditation. And once you press the skill again after, for example, 10 wave, he will have basically 200% damage, but he will only keep that damage for one wave. So he's basically like a boss killer. So you place him down, you max him, you press meditation. But let's be real here, nobody really uses this ability because it's kind of useless. So yeah. Uh, the fourth unit is Giorno, which is he is the best starting unit in the game, and even for end game as well. Everyone uses him and everyone loves him, but he is also quite hard to get since Giorno has 2 evolution. Alright, so to get Giorno is first you need to summon him. So you get Giorno by summoning on World 2 in Banner 3 and he will be a mythic. And for his first evolution, you will need his evolution item, which is called Divine Cycle, that you can craft in the crafting area. And for Divine Cycle, you will need 150 Nature Essence and 60 Time Essence. And to get Time Essence, you get that from doing Legend stage of the JoJo map in story mode. And for his second evolution, you will need Arrow Awakening that you get by what's it called, crafting it as well in the summoning area. But you don't need any time essence to get to craft him, not him, to craft the item. But instead, you will need time essence to evolve him, which you will need a lot. Not a lot, basically like around 100 something. On placement, he will cost 750. He is a hybrid like everyone else here. Everyone is here is a hybrid. He's a nature unit, and he has an attack effect called slow. His passive is basically making so that every time he attacks, he will also deal a percentage damage to the enemy, which is 0.95. His starting damage is 3.5 million, which is insane for how cheap he is. 50 range, but really slow SPA. But he is also one of the second most expensive unit here to max out. There you go. 100,000, he will turn into a full AoE with 85 range. And on maxed out, he will deal 250 million damage, 100 range, 7.24 SPA. And he will get an ability called Zero, which basically makes it so that every enemy in the map will teleport back to spawn, but he will make it so that the base of our HP is 1. And he will also deal 10% of the enemy's HP to all of them. So yeah, he's really good. He's quite meta as well. Now for the last unit is Gilgamesh. Now only get Gilgamesh if you actually need him, because Gilgamesh is the hardest character to get here out of anyone here. Benimaru, you can get him from Banner, Gremmy as well, same thing with Giorno and Jiren. You need to evolve the Giorno, Gremmy, and Jiren. But for Gilgamesh, you get Gilgamesh from the Legend stage, which is basically the hardest content in the entire game. But if you actually get Gilgamesh, he's probably one of the best starting characters as well in the entire game. I don't really recommend you getting him if you're new to the game, since you can't. So I'm gonna just do a mini showcase on what you can get once you've basically get strong enough to get all these crazy units. So yeah, this is Gremmy, not Gremmy, Gilgamesh, sorry. With glitch, ins ins insanely long range, insanely big SPA attack, good damage, decent SPA. He has a passive which basically makes it so that it reduces his SPA and buff his damage. And he will also have a nuke that deals 75 billion damage to every enemies on the map. And it will also immediately kill every enemies that have their HP below 25%. So yeah,